Do you or your family need advice about hospice services? Hello, I'm Jessica Hutcheson, Community Relations Representative with Pruitt Health Hospice. We have served Lawrence County and surrounding areas for over 20 years. No matter what your ability to pay is, we at Pruitt Health Hospice are here for you. We at Pruitt Health Hospice focus on all aspects of a patient's well-being: physical, emotional, social, and spiritual needs. Our mission is our family, your family, one family. Committed to loving, giving, and caring, united in making a difference.
I'm glad to have with me today Tiffany Lofton. She is the Dean of Adult Education here at Oconee Fall Line, and I always love being here. Every time I come, there's just something new. And I guess I could come out probably every few hours,
Absolutely.
Tiffany, and there'd be something new going on.
Absolutely.
With over 100 degrees, GED program, all kind of programs. And I got the chance before you and I got together today to watch so many students come in and out, and I got to talk to some of them.
Great.
And it's always exciting for me to listen to the student and see the passion on their face by one girl, what she had accomplished this morning, and seeing parents go in and talk to financial aid and there's always a smiling face there.
Absolutely.
So we've got somebody here at Oconee Fall Line to answer any question you got. You might call one person, they might have to get somebody else, but we can get your questions answered. And the number's right there on the screen as Tiffany and I talk. All you got to do is pick up the phone and call. We're actually in the Stewart building, and we're going to talk about adult education. And something, as we talked last week, something not only dear to our heart, but dear to the heart of many in our community, or our law enforcement that sees a lot of poverty. And Tiffany, I think I shared with you, I was at a breakfast First Friday, obviously Friday morning, and the girl from Tifton, I believe, Georgia Economic Development, said so many communities are in denial about poverty.
Absolutely. And
she told us, she said, if you don't believe you got poverty in your town, take another way home. And, you know, it really resonated with me. But I'm in the community all the time. I see poverty. And we just talked about it off camera. Only by the grace of God, I'm not in poverty today. I mean, let's just be honest with it.
Absolutely.
And I think anybody watching us right now, if you're honest with yourself, you can say the same thing. But we're going to be held responsible for helping the others rise up. And we're neighbors. I mean, and God tells us, love your neighbor. Your neighbor's everybody.
Absolutely.
He didn't say your next door neighbor.
Absolutely.
But love your neighbor, and that's what we want to talk about today. How in the world can we get more people to come in here and finish that high school education?
Well, you know, statistics are staggering for our area. 1 in 4 does not have a high school diploma in our area. So there's a definite need for that. And, you know, that education is the number one way to change yourself and to better yourself, to better your family. You know, research also states that when the adults in a household get more education, their children benefit. So there's a tremendous cycle of change that you can have and directly impact your family, your income, everything on education. Adult education at Oconee Fall Line Technical College is absolutely free. So there's no tuition for non-credit adult education services. All you have to do is sign up, take a pre-test, and begin classes. And, you know, there's an orientation process, and it's just a few hours on a Friday. And we have campuses, places, there are locations in all 11 communities that we serve. We have 2 here in Dublin. If you're closer to the main campus in Dublin, you can come here. If you are closer to the Oconee Cultural Center on Wabash, you can go there. We've got locations we can hook you up with if you don't have a reliable transportation, which can be an issue for our students. But we can really begin your process of getting that GED, getting you into those credit level programs. We've got great credit level programs here of healthcare, trade and industry. We have, mechatronics, a new program. These jobs are making, quite frankly, more than I am.
Yeah.
And, and it's great, great skill set to have. It's a great job opportunities for them out there. But the first step is obtaining that GED and coming through our office, and we'll walk you through the whole process. We're good at that.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's no doubt. I've been coming here ever since before Heart of Georgia Tech, before we switched over. But I've seen people, and going to graduation, and I go most every year. Mm-hmm. I have missed a few years. But to see someone that goes up and they got their GED, and then a few years down the road, I'm sitting there, and they're coming down the aisle, and they got a degree in criminal justice, or truck driving. Right. What an income!
Tremendous.
And, man, they make great money.
They make a great living.
It's hard work. Well, like anything, it's hard work, but it's a great living. One, for example, a diesel mechanic.
Yes.
You can write your own ticket.
Yes,
let me tell you.
You can.
I mean, and all that's here, and we could talk about all those degrees. But the first step is
the GED. Getting that process. If you want to call our direct number here, it's 478-274-7848, and we can get you started on that on the process of just signing up for classes, coming to the orientation. Our instruction is very individualized. So if you say, I'm not really getting math, it's intimidating for me. Listen, that's common, and we do everything that we can to help you with that. We have two great instructors here on the South Campus in Dublin, and then we have a great instructor at Oconee Cultural Center as well. We really individualize your education and really almost hold your hand through this GED process to make sure that you are ready to go on your way for that.
What I love, this is one of my favorite things about OFTC, but you hit on it. They literally walk you through the whole process. And the good thing about it, then you get your degree, and most people has already got a job before they end up getting the actual diploma.
Absolutely.
Because these instructors, it's not, we want you to get a degree and get the heck out. I mean, y'all put people to work.
That is our mission and vision of this college, is workforce development to get people to work. In fact, our department just got the state award for the highest transition rate in the whole entire state, of all 22 technical colleges in our system. That means what we do is get people from their GED into those credit level programs or into the workforce. That's what we do. That's our mission. That's our vision for each student here. Whether you are a GED student or a credit level student, our goal is workforce development to get you to work. We want to better the quality of life for our citizens here. That's what we do, and every one of us here are passionate about that, and we really genuinely care for every student that walks through our door.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and continue our conversation with Tiffany Lofton. Stay with us.
What if there was a paint that had the power to awaken something old, or painfully dated, or something you simply thought was lost forever? Because it could form a strong bond, regardless of age. If a paint could give any time-worn surface stunning new life, you have to wonder, is it still paint? Regal Select Exterior from Benjamin Moore. Only available at independently owned paint and hardware stores.
Available at Four Seasons Paint and Floor Covering.
I have with me Tiffany Lofton. She is the Dean of Adult Education here at OFTC, and we talked a minute ago, Tiffany, just walking the halls out here and meeting the students, and so many non-traditional students here.
We do. We have, in our program, you have to be at least 16 years of age and have to be withdrawal from high school. So we had graduates 60 years plus into the programs, and it's never too late or too old to start a program. Everybody deserves an education, and we have a lot of students here that whatever life happens, at the end of the day, everybody's got a story, but they come back to us. Their original plan didn't work out, and that's okay, but we want to be a second choice and a way out. And getting a GED is the first step in that process.
Yeah, and everyone does have a story, and I know a fine gentleman, older gentleman that many years ago, way back in the I guess in the 40s, he had to quit school because of family situation.
Sure.
and work on the farm and that kind of thing, and had a full career. You know, really did good in life, but he never finished high school. But it was important. He wanted to have a high school education.
Mm-hmm.
Just was not going to help with his income, wasn't going to do anything else, but just to know he actually graduated from high school.
Yes.
And if you're listening to us for that, that can be important.
Mm-hmm.
And you can come and take advantage of this. Or if you're sitting there listening to us now and you say, well, I just, I quit and I'm done with it. Listen, there's no failure. If you fall down 7 times, get up 8 times.
And I would challenge you to give us a try. This, even though it is high school equivalency, but it's on a college campus,
Mm-hmm.
and we treat that as such. And our instructors, I feel like you will find that our environment here is a lot different than high school, and we really take your education seriously. And I would just challenge you to just give it a try. Try it. See if you like it. I really pride myself in that if a lot of people walk through our doors, they stay, and I see them graduate, and that's huge. The hardest step is walking through the door,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll take care of you the rest of the way. But challenge you to just try it. We have classes Monday through Thursday. They begin at 8 o'clock and they run until 12, and then again from 1 to 5. And then if you work during the day, we got you covered at night from 5 to 8 p.m. So Monday through Thursday, that's here. And then we have locations. If you work elsewhere in our 11 county service delivery area, we can work on a place for you to go to. So just give us a call and we'll be glad to work with you and figure out a way that you can fit adult education into your life.
And how long does it take to get your degree?
Well, what we do is give you a pretest and determine pretty much a grade equivalency of where you're functioning. Mm-hmm. And then we work on that. Some people it takes as little as 40 hours. Mm-hmm. Some people it takes longer because you've been out of school or you dropped out at an earlier age and just didn't ever see that advanced content. Mm-hmm. But we can get you there if you're dedicated. Our instructors are dedicated to get you there as well.
I could tell on your face a minute ago when you was talking about, people staying in. Mm-hmm. On a personal level, mm-hmm. How does it make you feel seeing these people go through the process and be able to accomplish this?
I'm incredibly proud. I'm a first-generation college student myself, and, I take my job very personal that each one of these students that comes through our door goes through the process, graduates, and moves on and has a better option for their family. It means the world to me. At graduation, I get to go, and I know their stories. I know that it's hard, and I know there's been personal sacrifices, and it makes me incredibly humble to hear their stories. And I'm very passionate about each one of these students here. It's very personal to me because I genuinely care. So, like I said, every person has a story that brought them here, and we want to just be the end to that story that they can look back and say, that changed my life. Yeah. And that's what we're here for.
And to hear you say you're a first-generation college graduate.
Yes.
And, I know children, I know kids that we've helped through the years, and one young man in particular, he was the first to graduate from high school in his whole family, and he went on to serve in our military. He actually guarded the casket of President Reagan when he passed away.
Wow.
So you look at, and me and you have talked about this. We can't change the world,
no,
but we can change his world.
Absolutely.
And her world.
Right. We can't change the past that brought you here.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah.
But we can sure change the future and what it looks like.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody does have control over. And the GED is the first step for many, many people. that can open that door for them.
Yeah, and it affects not only that student comes through, but think their families.
Absolutely.
And it's a generational thing sometimes. And if you can change that, you being the first college graduate, and then your children, and you being the first to graduate high school, and then get a degree in the many things we've talked about and more. And if you want to research any of this, go on to OFTC.edu. Just a wonderful website that I use a lot. I keep it minimized most of the time for the directory.
Sure.
But it's easy to maneuver through. It answers all your questions. And you can know a lot of things before you actually get here and know the questions you want to ask.
Sure.
And we can help you with that. But it is generational. And we can change this path. And talk a little bit about, you had shared with me last week about being able to pay them some amount of money to explain that to me. You can do it better than me.
Absolutely. Well, we do have a program through the WIOA in the counties that we serve. It's an application needs-based process. Age 16 to 24-year-olds can apply for the process and can get a stipend for transportation daily that they come. You do a timesheet, and this is and you work through the WIOA process, and we can really pay your way to come. And the program is free. The GED does cost, but there are programs that can help offset some of that when you get to the end. Here, OFTC does have some scholarships available for outstanding people. So there are ways to get it done. But yeah, the WIOA is a great resource to have. Even if you have to take the cab here in town, it could cover those costs each day. So there are ways to do it, and we will again walk you through the application process. We're here to help.
Yeah, so you can help get their high school education. You can help pay to get them here and back, and a bite to eat while they're there. Why wouldn't everybody want to do that?
Why not? Why not? Like I said, the biggest thing is coming through the front door. I think a lot of people, it's very intimidating to come. But I want you to know, once you go through the doors, that's when the easy part starts. Amen. To go through the process. Then you got to buckle down and get the work done. But if you're willing to do that, we will really make sure that you are successful here. Yeah,
make that first step and come in the doors. And I'm telling you, from someone who is on this campus so many times a month, it will change when you walk in. You'll wonder, why didn't I already do this?
Absolutely.
We're giving you all the reasons to do it now, and you just said, why not? Just do it. I mean, we watched that Nike commercial.
That's right.
Just do it. Yeah. Just do it. So we've got the information on the screen. We got the website. We got the phone number Tiffany shared with you. And if they came in and talked with you this week, how quick can they get started? We
have orientations every Friday. So you can come in on a Friday, test that Monday or Wednesday, and start the next day.
My goodness.
So we have open enrollment all year long. So we are here to help you. We are here to be on the schedule that fits your needs. We customize our education. It's really about customer service and getting you through here. So we work with you. And like I said, just give us a try.
No wonder your job's so fun, Tiffany.
It is fun. We get to help people at all times.
I mean, that's incredible. It really is. And that's why it's so easy to share this information with you, because everything you heard is the absolutely truth. And if you walk in here, make that first step. You got to make the first step. You got to make that first step. And you'll never look back.
Right.
And we could sit here all day and probably eventually bore you to death with all the stories. And,
absolutely.
I don't get tired of hearing them.
No.
But when our friends and our neighbors, and I'm telling you, if you see me on the street, I'm around town all the time, you don't have a ride, just tell me. I'll bring you out here. I mean, I will bring you here if that's what it takes to make that first step, because we really do. We really, it's friends helping friends, neighbors helping neighbors, and it makes our community better. we working. You're able to buy cars and homes and groceries and all those important things.
You know, on a community level too, it helps our local economic development, and it helps the workforce. As we are attracting industry, and as they are coming to look here, you know, a more educated workforce means better jobs. So it's an endless cycle of the benefits for our community and our community members itself. So it's a win-win.
It is. And a good example of that is I was talking to the Valmira people. What this college has done in helping bring them here. And I'm telling you, 100 years from now, what this school has done will, when me and you are dead and gone and all of us here, it will still be carrying on the results of what this school has done in effort with other people to educate these people, and they're working now.
You know, our economic development team here at Oconee Fall Line Technical College really hit a home run and really did a great, phenomenal job of that. It's many trips to Latvia and learning and all kinds of things and bringing that back, and super proud of what they accomplished as well.
Yep, absolutely. Well, Tiffany, I appreciate you talking to me. I know you're busy and there's things going on, but I just really wanted to share this with our community because this is important to us, and I hope it's important to you. And please make that first step. Please make the first step and call. The number's right there. You can pick up the phone right now and just call out here and talk to Tiffany and the staff here in the office, and we'll get them started. And I have not heard one reason from you why we shouldn't get this thing going and have just classes slam full of people.
Absolutely. I want to be able to add more. Let's do this.
Yes, absolutely. And we're going to keep pounding this drum here. Don't think this is the last you heard of it, but I wanted to sit down with Tiffany today, and let's get the ball rolling. And if you got questions, just call the number. That's all you got to do. Tiffany, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. And thank you very, very much for joining us today. Make the call right now.